In what seems like a real saturated market, how can a podcaster differentiate themselves from everyone else?
Um, that's a, I mean, that's tough. It's like, it's fucking tough sledding out there. I'll be honest with you. Um, I think like honestly, like the best thing is to be just constantly authentic and just be genuine the whole time and hope it builds. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take a while to build things. You know, you have to get the word out. Some people try to go the route of like they have to have big name guests or they have to have um, some sort of, I guess it's kind of like an old school radio thinking of like shock value or something like that. But if you're just, you know, if you're you and you trust in that fact enough that you are enough to like attract people into being interested into listening to what you have to say, if you really believe in that, then that's when you start a podcast. Like some people just start starting podcasts because they think like that's the way to doing it. Maybe you're better as a person who's on a podcast, or maybe you're better as a person who's like does sketches or does some other way to go viral. Not everyone's a, you know, cut out to be uh, a broadcaster, and so, you know, some people focus on it almost like errantly, where it's like you could focus on 1,000 other things that you're great at, and just because everyone else is doing this doesn't mean you have to. But that wasn't your question necessarily, but that's something you should think about even before you even kind of leap into it. But once you are doing it, you have to have faith in the fact that like you are you, and like you're going to start talking for potentially forever, like maybe an hour a week. An hour a week is fucking 52 hours a year. You do it for 5 years. That's, I'm not great at math, folks, but that's like what,
2,500. Yeah.
2,500 hours or some shit of talking. You're gonna say a lot of stuff. Do you want to get caught in the muck, in the mire of hypocrisy, or getting saying something, you know, that could potentially be deemed, uh, you know, socially unacceptable at some point? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to think about all those things before you go into it, and you have to have convictions within yourself basically, and make sure that you just kind of like stay true to those. And that's what makes the good ones stand out from the bad ones, in my opinion. Like that's kind of the, no matter what your genre or your uh, sort of niche is, or whatever it is that you're doing, that's the common thread amongst all of them that are successful, I think, is that they are authentic and the people are, they know who they are and they're not like putting something on.